Hey everybody, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, and please share my video. Let's get right on into this video. I'm showing you how I make a couple of the seasoned rice mixes that I have in my pepper pantry. Initially I was just dumping the rice into the jar and preparing to put the seasoning in, but I decided I probably should measure it out to have an accurate rice to water ratio when I get ready to cook the rice. So I measured it out. I measured 2 cups per jar and just dumped out 1/4 of a cup because I knew I needed to leave a little bit of room for the seasonings that I add. So this is what I'm doing right here, measuring it out. You can see the jar back in the back, the smaller jar. I had already measured it out and checked to see how much room I wanted to leave at the top for my seasonings. And I believe these are like 16-ounce pint jars. And yeah, I did try these recipes and they are very good. Very good. So I'll only make these recipes that I have right here. Of course, you can put whatever seasonings and whatever amounts you want in yours, based on your own taste. But these are just the seasonings that I like in mine, and that I've played around with it a little bit, and adjusted the seasonings and the amounts and got it to where I like it. So yeah, you do whatever suits you and make it however you like it. But yeah, this is I'm just measuring it out again. It took me a minute to be able to determine how much to put in the jar, but I went back to the 20-pound rice bag, and on the back they had the rice to water ratio on there. So that's what let me know how much to put. Here's where I just filled it up with 2 cups of rice and dumped out 1/4 of a cup because I knew I only needed 1 cup and 3/4 of rice in there in order to leave enough room for my seasonings, and to leave enough and to have the correct measurements when it comes to the water, because when you make them you just dump it in the pan, add your water, and cook it. So the main objective is not to have to worry about measuring out and seasoning and all that. It's all there together and ready to go. Quick, easy meal. Put it with some roasted chicken, baked chicken, or whatever, and you got your meal. Here's this little app that I used when I made my when I made my labels. It's really neat. I just happened to run across this little printer label maker on Amazon, and that'll be linked in the description below. Excuse me, but that's how I made my labels. I used 1 tablespoon of the Knorr, I used 2 tablespoons of the Knorr chicken broth in here, which I really like that stuff. I used it a lot for my chicken and rice. I used 2 tablespoons of that, and let's see, I think I used a 1/2 teaspoon. Let's see, 1 teaspoon of salt-free seasoning. I really like the salt-free seasoning too, because it doesn't add extra salt to whatever you're making, because 9 times out of 10 everything else that you're adding already has salt. So I like the salt-free seasoning for the actual seasoning aspect of it. So yeah, I think that was 1 teaspoon of that. I forgot to show that, but yeah, it was 1 teaspoon. Now I have the ground thyme. I know I'm only putting 1/4 of a cup, 1/4 of a teaspoon of the ground thyme. So yeah, showing that right there, because that gets a little spicy if you add. To me, it gets a little spicy if you add too much. So 1/4 of a teaspoon of that was fine. And then I believe I'm adding, 1/2 teaspoon of the complete seasoning, which I use a lot of the complete seasoning too, because that right there is my holy grail, the complete seasoning. If you haven't tried that, you need to yeah, get on that, because the complete seasoning is that. It's complete. So yeah, that was my chicken and rice, which that turned out really good. So now here I'm making my beef and rice. And again, well, I'm using my thyme and the the salt-free seasoning. I don't know why I can't talk right now. But yeah, I used the exact same amounts of everything. You know, just went from the chicken to the beef. I added 2 tablespoons of the beef seasoning onto the top of the rice. Yep, there's the second one. And then the thyme, I believe I used, no, not the thyme. What was next? It may be the thyme, I'm not for sure. Oh, the salt-free seasoning. I believe I used a teaspoon of the salt-free seasoning. Because again, like I said, I like the seasoning aspect of it without all the extra salt. Let's see how much I put in there. I believe it was a teaspoon anyway. I can put the recipe in the description if you want me to. If you want me to, or if you want a copy of the recipe, just put it in the comments and I'll send you a copy of the recipe, or I'll just send you a copy of the recipe. Here's where I'm doing the ground thyme. Again, that's 1/4 teaspoon of that. And once I get done with these, I just put the lid on them, seal them, and put them up in the cabinet. I'm not for sure how long they'll last, but I plan on getting a vacuum sealer for jars and vacuum sealing them, and I know they'll last for, a couple of years with that after I vacuum seal them. So here's my complete that I'm putting in now. I know that's 1/2 teaspoon, but yeah, they will last a couple of years once they're vacuum sealed. So I'll be doing a video on how I vacuum seal my jars too. Yep, 1/2 teaspoon of the complete. And I'll be doing more videos too on different things, different rice mixes, probably some pasta dishes. Pasta meals just right in the jar, which is easy too, fairly easy. I'm going to be doing some different gravy mixes, homemade gravy mixes. And right here, I forgot to put in my my garlic and herb, which I use that too. I just forgot about that. So I believe I'll put in 1/2 teaspoon of the garlic and herb also, which adds a great flavor. I'm telling you, I made the chicken one, and I was in love after that. So that's when I tried the beef one too, and the beef one was just as good. So yeah, that's my little paper. It shows me how much rice is in it. And on the back, I also put a label with the date and the rice to water ratio. I put, how much rice is in there, and then how much water you're supposed to add when you cook it. So yeah, so it'll be simple, easy. Whoever grabs it all out of the cabinet, they can easily just dump it in, look at the back, see how much water to add, dump the water in, get it started. Actually, I did it in my Instant Pot, and I've never, there's the 3 that I made. I made the curry one too, but for some reason that portion of the video didn't get recorded. But anyway, look for future videos. Thanks for watching. There's what my cabinet looks like so far. My prepper pantry looks like so far. And come back and watch my other videos. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.